Hey everybody, you're listening to the Hisessions Hawaii podcast where we talk about everything local and beyond. I'm Johnny Masato, your host, and joining me today is Kyle Shimabukuro, Devon Nekoba. Before we begin, let me remind our listeners of all the ways they can stay in touch with the show. There's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Hisessions, or X, I should say. Then you got SoundCloud, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts, where you can listen to the podcast, or you can email us at hisessions@yahoo.com. If you'd like to help the show get more music on the channel, please go to our Patreon, patreon.com, Patreon. Donate. You can get more involved with the show. We had a bunch of patrons come to the live stream last week with Justin. That was a lot of fun.
Where?
It was upstairs.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's benefits to being a patron.
I didn't know that's how you spelled it.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah. We have 2 new patrons this week. We have Kalani from Maui, so Kalani, right on, bro.
Thank you.
And Christina from, I'm not sure. So,
Where's that?
So thank you, Christina, for being a patron. And because the way I find out where people are is because I send them the shirt, right?
Yeah.
But there's that some people don't get the shirt, so then I don't know where they're from.
Okay.
But if Christina wants to let us know where she's from, that'd be
Shirtless
great.
Christina.
I know.
Yeah, shirtless Christina. Yeah. I'd like to thank Kupu Kupu Landscaping, Landscape Architects. You can call Kevin Yokomura, 808-722-8685 for a free estimate. Kevin was nice enough to help me on a property in Hawaii Kai. We had to cut a bunch of areca palms and manila palms.
We or he cut a bunch of palms?
He cut a bunch of palms.
Okay, because
yeah.
I was thinking, I don't see you doing the physical
Yeah.
part of that.
Although I got to get out there and cut a little bit. There's some shrubbery that they're still complaining about.
Ooh,
so,
shrubbery.
Yeah, I'm going to cut that down.
How do you spell that?
You can go to kupulandscaping.com for that. And, of course, Fort Ruger Market. Thank you, Fort Ruger Market.
Yes.
The food was excellent.
Thank you.
By the way, I'll ask you in a second, but I got everybody the Rugerlicious poke today, so
Ono.
we'll see how that goes. You can find
Wait,
Kyle.
Wait, everybody or
Well,
not the two
all of our guests.
Yeah.
Everybody that don't
Got-
have mercury poisoning.
Yeah.
They're not even joking. They both have mercury.
We heard.
I know.
Yeah.
You can find Kyle at highlifeclothing.com. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce our wonderful guest, Mr. Drez Delos Santos, Josiah Kekoa from the group 10
10
Feet.
Feet.
Thanks
This
for
is how
coming.
we look.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
This is how we look like.
Minus his shirt.
I was gonna say, Josiah. So, for forever, I've recognized your band by you because of your long hair.
Yep.
Oh,
And I always go, 10 Feet. That's the guys.
So wait.
The lead singer's
is
got the
that
long
really
hair.
how you?
Well, in the very beginning when I didn't know who they were, like whatever. So, do people comment about that a lot?
Thank you for the comment, though, by
It's
the
the
way.
same hair, too.
Yeah.
by the way.
With
Yeah,
his
yeah.
hair?
Same hair. Yeah.
Did you?
What happened to your hair? I said, still here.
You lucky.
But it is a look. Is that conscious? You always had long hair. Is it-
I always had long hair, and I always had clogged drains.
Well, you got to get that little thing
Wow.
that
Hey,
you
you
put.
know, like when you
Yeah.
shower, you stick the hair on the side of the wall like
Bro,
that.
you scrap
Oh,
them.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll grab that tomorrow.
Wow.
I didn't realize that until I had a daughter. And then now
Yeah.
I'm finding the hair all over
Right,
the shower.
see?
They I don't know what they're doing in there, but I guess they just kind of put it in a little
Yeah,
pile
make
on the
it-
On
side.
the side, save them for later.
It's art.
Drez, you don't have that issue.
I don't have long hair anymore. I used to have long hair.
Yeah,
you
you
used to have long hair
yeah,
too?
Yeah, it was down to here.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
called
same here.
that was called the 20s.
So when did you guys start playing? How did you guys meet?
Oh man.
10 Feet. Well, tell us the origin story of this.
Okay, wait. Tell me if I'm wrong, okay? I heard you guys met in the parking lot at Sun Island surfing.
No.
No?
I mean, that's basically where 10 Feet started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But went to
was,
school together, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
Yeah.
classmates with his brother.
Before middle school was invented.
Yeah. It was still intermediate.
Yeah, it was still called intermediate school.
No, yeah. I mean, we all Kalihi boys, man. We were,
So-
born and raised. Sand Island was like kind of the meeting place. Surfing. I mean, we've been surfing there since when we couldn't even drive. We'd ride our bikes with boogie boards, and then we'd be like, we gotta leave before the sun goes down because the junkyard dog's gonna chase you.
Yeah.
Many times I had that happen. Sand Island was a dirt road going in. There was like homeless guys. Well, still homeless people there, but they're called friends now. And I mean, this year makes 30 years for us. 30 years.
Dang.
We started in
30 years.
94.
Yeah.
I think I came home from school in 94, and then I was just kind of like, now what? And then some summer of 94, the surf was really good, so we would be surfing all the time. And then after surf Connie Kapila, bring the guitars down, and me and Josiah just started jamming for the boys, and the boys would be like, "Why are you guys jamming for us? You guys should start a band." And we just kind of like laugh, and then we got Erickson,
Nate.
yeah, Erickson.
The funny thing is, we were all friends before the
Yeah,
band,
we were
so
all
I
friends
think
way
that's what
before
made
that.
us last this long. I guess that you can say,
Yeah.
because we was friends before even we thought about playing music together or getting together as a group. So
Yeah,
I think that's
the band was never this is what we're gonna do and we're gonna become this. It was like it's fun. We all like he knows how to play guitar.
you
he
play
can
guitar, you
sing.
play bass, you play
Yeah.
drums.
You know, it just worked out.
Yeah.
that everybody
I mean, it's
played
like
a
it was
instrument.
like Erickson can play guitar and sing. Okay, we call him, and then Nate, our drummer Nate, it's his uncle is Lucky Salvador, who was with the Crush and
Yes.
like amazing musician.
So we know he
Right?
had
yeah,
the genes.
Just by
just to-
association, like
right.
he's related to Uncle
Okay,
Lucky,
you play
so he
drums.
must play drums.
Yeah,
like literally, and then we like all chipped in for like $100, and then what was that advertising that we had to look in because there was no social media.
Penny Saver,
Yeah,
Penny.
Oh my God,
Saver.
Penny Saver.
We found a drum set in like
$100, and
Khalid.
all of us was like, oh man, it's my last 20.
yeah, for $100.
It's only 20 I get for the whole week.
Yeah,
so
and then
all
we-
of us chipped in, and then we bought the drum set. Okay, you play drums, you play bass, you play
But
guitar.
we
I
go
play ukulele.
to the house. The drum set's like under
pool table.
table.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
funny. Yeah,
man.
Was it like a Sears
Oh,
brand
a
or
piece
something?
of-
it was
was a
wasn't
piece of
pro.
crap.
Was pro, but it was all rusty.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh man,
But-
yeah.
We made it work, and then 94 kind of started, and then we lived together. We said, you know what, we go do this band thing. We go room together for like a year, learn
Whoa.
songs.
Yeah,
And
That's
then
impressive.
yeah. At
Yeah.
Josiah's house, there was
Like
there's
an open vacant-
multiple homes on the property, and then there was like a home that was like sort of put together.
yeah,
There was
like,
like
we was renovating
there was
it.
like
yeah.
holes in the ground with the bathroom, so you couldn't. You had to use the bathroom pretty much in the forest. but there was electricity. There was a living room and a room, and then we set up what we had, like the whole sound system. We all just kind
And
of
we had one microphone.
one microphone.
Were you guys irritating your neighbors next to you or
No.
entertaining them?
We got
A little bit, a little bit of both.
It was
'Cause,
entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew them from years because we've been living there
Yeah.
since forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm still up there too at the same time. But
Yeah.
we lived together for a whole year, and then we said, okay, we're gonna learn as much songs as we can do in a year, and then we started gigging.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah. Yeah, we summer of like pretty much 94
To
and
95.
and our first gig was actually
New
at
Year's,
a friend's
yeah.
house 94
Slash-
95 New Year's Eve. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
was
we
that-
worked all the
yeah.
way up to that and said, okay, now we can do a gig.
Yeah. And it was amazing, like we learned a whole crap load
Yeah,
of songs. It
we
was
learned,
like,
like,
we
three-
like Eagles,
3 to 4
Bon
hours worth of
Jovi,
songs.
like
Yeah.
Was it mostly covers or you had original
Oh,
stuff ready?
It was all covers, yeah. And then it was where maybe he like rock.
yeah.
I like R&B, somebody like reggae. So we kind of like, okay, we learned 2 songs from you, 2 songs, and we just put it all together, and then maybe about 60 songs worth, and then we said, okay, we're ready.
Yeah, a lot
3
of
hours
songs.
worth, bro. 3
Oh,
hours.
Wow.
easily,
That's a lot of
yeah.
music.
That's a lot of words.
I mean, we lived together. Like, we would go home maybe twice a week, and we would just like, and we'd go home to maybe like do laundry, and then we would practice, sleep, go to work, and then that night, practice and all that stuff, and then it kind of extended into when we started gigging, and we would kind of still all do that. And, it was on the weekends, and it got to a point where after the first gig, and we was getting paid. In fact, the first gig we actually got paid was, I think we got $250.
Yeah.
Right,
For 3 hours, yeah.
for like 3 hours, and we had to haul all our gear and all these huge speakers. Not like the speakers now is like 200-pound
Yes.
speakers,
Yeah.
power racks. Like the kids nowadays don't even know what that is.
They don't understand, man.
They're like digital board. What is that? Everything is like, what we used to carry in a whole truck is now like this small.
And back then, they have iPads, so you
None
couldn't-
of
you
that.
couldn't-
No
you got
phones.
to memorize all your chords and your lyrics. And
no
everything.
social media
Yeah.
to get gigs. It was all word
I
of
remember
mouth.
racks. You'd have racks.
Right,
Power
yeah.
racks.
You have
Power
a
rack,
bass
EQ
amp with a
racks,
bass
yeah.
head on it
Racks,
and stuff like
yeah.
that.
And it was heavy.
That's why I stopped playing. I'm like, I don't
That's
want to
why
carry
all our
this.
backs are messed up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, we lived with each other. We and it it got to a point where we was doing like 10 gigs a week. Hauling
Yeah, we
our
just
own gear.
pound the pavement. We would do 3-hour sets. Go to the next. Go do another 3 hours.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
And then
It's
we
crazy.
wouldn't. Our thing was we cannot do the song twice. So
Yeah.
that set list would be the set list, and then never come back to the same song.
Yeah.
Just because we don't have material to do, but we had so many
Yeah.
songs. Yeah. It was,
So we
So, okay,
started
but-
in the birthday party circuit.
birthday party circuit,
Birthday,
baby luau circuit.
circuit,
But what made you guys commit to that? Who?
It was just fun, honestly.
Yeah, it was
we had
fun.
no idea like how much, and we just was having fun. Really, I think that's kind of why, and we just did whatever we
You
wanted.
know
to.
why I think we committed to that? No social media, no
Yeah.
cell phones. We only had pagers yet,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So that's all you had. No internet, no YouTube. You just either the beach or music. That's all we had back in
Which
the
is
day.
pretty much
Oh,
what we
that was
did.
gonna be one of my questions. It was gonna be, if there were phones, do you think you guys would have done it the same way?
No, I don't. It's hard to say. I don't
it's
think
hard.
so.
I think if we was in that social media where
It's so
we had that
different now.
advantage. I mean, we really had to work and pound the pavement to get to where we're at now, which I appreciate a lot more
Yeah.
than, just turning out tunes and putting it out on social media.
Yeah.
Our fan base was, you had to go there to be a fan, to be liked,
Right.
to be followed.
Right.
In our era was, in order to be followed, they had to follow you to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
physically follow.
Right.
Yeah, so we never
Yeah.
you didn't have.
They had to
like,
actually like you.
Yeah, you had to actually like you, not just click on a button. You had to come out physically to watch you. Go to the next show. It's like,
Yeah.
and we would pack the place in at bars. We would play at the Pure Bar, and then it changed to Caponos, and we would do like Don Ho's, Mangoes, Liquid
Started
Surf
at
Den.
Mangoes and liquids.
Yeah.
Back in
Liquid
the
Surf
day.
Den. That's the one on
Universal.
Puck's Alley, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
old Mooses, yeah. So
That
from
was
Mooses, I went to
fun.
Liquid Surf Den.
Dennis.
Dennis, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
That was a great place.
It was
Yeah,
great.
that was so
With
good.
sand on the floor.
Yeah, yeah.
So we had to actually, you had to actually, if you wanted to come and watch us, you had to actually come physically be there,
Yeah.
and then we would pack the place in, like line out the door, and then it was.
Well, when we first started playing there, we were playing for the staff.
yeah,
And then, and then like Zaya said, we worked, kept playing, and
Build a
then
following,
next thing
yeah.
you know, it was like the line was out around the building.
So, at what point did you guys do your first album? Was that when you guys launched your live like touring and stuff, or when did that come in?
So we ended up hooking up with Dwayne Oyama from Mass Appeal, and
Oh, yeah, Dwayne,
like
yeah.
like happenstance.
yeah.
But
I would think was like we was already 4 years in it, maybe 3 to 4 years in it already as a cover band, a bar band.
We
Yeah.
we were
No
already
album, yeah.
working the clubs and stuff like that, and
We already built the following
we-
because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and so by the time he saw us play, he was like, "Where'd you guys come from?" Not knowing like we've been like trudging for 4 years, right? And he just had all these ideas. He was an idea guy. It was like, I give him credit for that, man. He
Yeah.
had all these ideas and super creative, super, like go-getter. And so he was like, nope, you guys are coming. And he kind of basically pulled us, and he was like, this is what we're going to do. And, to his credit, that he
Well, you
brought
guys
us up,
and
man.
Devon may chime in on this because it was a very interesting time. Because your first album came out what 2000?
So a lot of the singles were like Islands in the Stream, Island Feeling was already on the radar about 99.
99. Okay,
Yeah.
but you hit that perfect wave of if I'm remembering things correctly, where 98.5 came in.
Yeah,
And then
it was
Dwayne-
Island Rhythm still.
Island
Yeah.
Rhythm, yeah.
Yeah.
And Dwayne was very attached with that for some,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
then you guys came out and became kind of like the face of that movement,
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
and
It was all timing, luck, and all that. But I mean, you know, it was just everything aligned. Everything
and
aligned.
then the
at
backstory to our first album, we recorded in maybe 97, 98.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out.
What? Yeah,
sooner.
it was supposed to be
Ah.
98, 99. But what happened is everything, we did the whole album and everything got deleted.
Accidentally.
Accidentally got deleted.
no
Yeah.
way,
Whose fault was it?
No comment.
holy,
Everything got
moly.
deleted. And then,
and it was the magic.
yeah, that was like the
So
magic.
like if you listen to Winter Skies, as great as that track is, it was better.
Pretty much all the songs on the first album was way better, I think.
Yeah,
I captured-
like
and then-
everything was better.
So we got it done like maybe like I would say 97, 98 was already done, the first album. And then got deleted, and then we took almost a whole year and just said, you know what, screw it. Maybe this wasn't meant to
Yeah,
be.
I can see that playing with
Wow.
your brain. Yeah,
It was really hard for us to go back.
Yeah,
Let's
he
put
was
that,
like, oh,
because
you
we
know,
were
can you
like,
come back in and we got to re-record. We had Chino Montero on it.
man,
We
Chino
had,
laid
yeah.
down an incredible solo.
We had
and-
BT guys, and
yeah,
then
and we told him, oh,
everybody-
you got to come back and replay it. He's like, what? I can't do that again. It was like,
yeah, you know, like that one first
Yeah.
special take. I just play something, and he would just go off. Even for my singer, I was like, man, how did that line again for the song? I was like,
yeah.
I think it was like this. So half of the time for the first album, for the second take of the first album, I was kind of like trying to remember. I wasn't in it. You know what I mean? Like, and you get that mentality, like, damn it, I hope it's gonna get erased or get deleted again. I was like, oh man.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, with like today's technology, can that thing be resurrected?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today's technology, that
It
would never
automatically
happen.
saves it. Yeah, a lot.
That-
of
no.
it.
No,
What
no.
Kyle is saying is that could you resurrect those first takes? And
Oh, no, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist at all.
Yeah, it was on the first generation digital hard drive,
Yeah.
which was, even to us at that time, was like, what?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
our first demo was actually done on a reel-to-reel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a reel-to-reel, which I actually have the reel-to-reel at my house and it's basically furniture. It's like, you know what I mean?
And then editing was
Yeah.
so different because they didn't have no.
Yeah, it
computer
was only
screens.
8 channels,
It was
8
like,
tracks.
You had to
you
listen
know.
to it, rewind it back, and then it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, when it got deleted, I was like, oh man, I
Yeah.
think this is not meant for us already.
yeah. So, and I mean, I'd come from like recording engineering school, and I was like, oh man, this is brutal. This is like,
I can see one song, but the whole album,
The
that
whole
is
album
that is
was
insane.
gone. Yeah.
yeah.
So we could have released earlier. So a lot of the first.
But then it
takes-
kind of worked out, right?
Yeah, it worked out, but I think.
Silver lining, silver lining.
Yeah, it worked out on the release side, but as far as capturing the moment and the gist of it, and the rest was like, we just play to a click track already, and we just go through the motions versus having it like organic.
Yeah, but I think
Wasn't as organic, but it still worked out.
it made our skin thicker.
Yeah,
We had to learn the business. It was a wake up call. It was like, okay, we gotta, if we're getting serious, we gotta do this. But even still, up to that point too, it was still like a far-fetched dream. Really, I mean, it was like, okay, cool, let's do this album. But it was almost like a dream. Like, oh, we really doing this? And then when we got closer, like when the first recordings came around, we were like, oh, this is probably gonna be good. And then we started thinking about, oh, maybe there might be a chance to do like hokus and all that stuff, right? Which is still a dream to us. And I remember
Right.
Sai saying like, my dream is to have a hoku. And
Have
then,
a-
I mean,
at
like,
least be invited to have dinner there.
yeah. And then literally, I mean, the album came dropped in like 99, 2000, and then we
And
got
then
nominated.
for like five
Yeah,
categories
and then
that year,
then we won a whole bunch of awards, and then we won the hook, and we was like, what?
So that first album, you did have a feeling that you had something there, because I remember driving around hearing Islands in the Stream. I'm like, oh, this is gonna go. Like I knew it already.
Which is funny about that song too, because we fought with our producers with that too. I was like, nah, they can't go on. No, but I mean, that's like I said, credit to
The
Dwayne
vision,
and
yeah.
his vision. He was just like, sometimes you gotta have that outside, right? Because as a musician, no, I just want to do this or do that.
And we actually asked Roby to do it.
Yeah.
Sing the
Oh,
girl part.
uh-huh.
Yeah, that was the whole thing, and then she was busy on that. She had something else going on. She had her own thing going, so
Yeah.
and then that's how we came into Kanalo and Jen. It's like,
Yeah, and she
Man,
nailed it.
smashed it,
She
yeah.
smashed it, man. And then she became who Jen is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which she's basically another legend. You know?
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
smasher, yeah.
Smasher.
Like yourself.
Hi, Jen.
Yeah, Jen is great, man.
Yeah, we love her.
But yeah, I heard that on the radio. I'm like, oh wow, because we had always bumped into, because Pure Heart was on the
Same circle.
Baby Luau
Yeah.
circuit too,
Yeah,
so
we
usually it'd
we
be
toured
us.
with you guys. Yeah.
We've been on a couple
We
tours.
would
with
play
you
the dinner show, and then you guys would come and hit the dance floor. Like people would come on. I thought that's great, awesome. So yeah, when I first heard that, I'm like, oh man, these guys are gonna blow up.
What do you mean, man? I remember some Aloha gigs and watching you guys. I was like, we have to go on after them. That's crazy. That's insanity,
Oh,
right? Who scheduled this?
It's always the case, yeah. Like wow, we have to go on after these guys. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah. A couple times we went on after Kalapana. Like, this is
Really?
dumb. This the concert coordinator should be fired for this.
I
But-
always understood us going on early because we're not a dance band, So I always thought, okay, the bands that are gonna
I've seen people
get the
rocking
party
to you guys, man.
started. That's
I was
when-
one of them.
But yeah.
Now we was like, when they ask us, can we play first?
Yeah.
What time we play?
Past our
11 o'clock,
bedtime.
9 o'clock. What? No.
That's past our bedtime.
Right.
I know.
I was like, can we go first? Can we be the opening act? No.
Okay, so I'm sure you've answered this question a million times already, but I feel like I do have to ask it to put it in this format in perpetuity. 10 feet. Does it have to do with actual feet? Is it a wave reference? Where does the name come from? 10 feet.
Both.
Kind of both, yeah.
Yeah.
It was we probably a week away from our first gig and was like trying to figure out names for months. And just because, and then even with that, it was like, why do we need a name?
Oh, we
Like,
needed
are
a
we
name.
even gonna perform?
No, we needed a name for KSSK morning show. That's
Right.
why.
Oh.
Right, that's true.
It's like
Yeah.
Hawaiian name. No, we're not Hawaiian. We don't do
Yeah.
Hawaiian music, so we could have picked that.
Yeah, so we came up with all kinds of crazy names. And so Erickson usually tells this story when we play live, but long story short, his story is like, oh, Josiah came up with Pleasure Boys. And then,
I'll give him that.
I came up with Sober Sunday because which we actually have a song on one of our albums called Sober Sunday. Because Sunday was the only time we were sober. Because the rest of we would gig the whole time, and then we would wake up Sunday like, oh God, right? And we'd still gig on Sunday. But and then the other name was because the house we all rented together. The geckos that was smashed between the doors, between the door sills and stuff. Is like, oh, Gecko House. That was another thing, and it was like, yeah, that's dumb. And then our friend Paul Kaili, he one of our good friends, he would come watch. Friends would come over and watch. The family would be barbecuing outside. Sometimes we would play for the cops. The cops would come up. Hey, you guys gotta stop.
Last song,
I was like,
yeah.
sorry. And then they would be like, yeah, but can you play this? Yeah. Then we would give them plate lunch and stuff if the families was cooking. But so Paul comes up and he goes, why don't you guys just call you guys yourselves 10 feet? You guys got 5 guys, 2 feet each. You guys like surf and stuff. That's a good name. And it was all of us were like, that's dumb.
And then he's like,
And they were
just
like-
use it for now. just for now.
Yeah.
That's
We
how
was
it always is, right?
Yeah.
We'll just use it for now, this
Yeah.
one. And then
It was
Yeah.
like 10 feet Jane or something, because JANE was like all the initials of our names and stuff. I was like, that's even dumber. But when we did our first
Radio.
gig, the first gig and the radio
The
stuff,
radio,
like,
they needed a name.
yeah,
that's
and it
why,
was like, we call ourselves 10 feet. It was like almost a question, not even really like that's who we are. But I mean, that's the background story. Even remember, I think we did KSSK, yeah.
yeah, we had to do KSSK because we was opening up for Iz.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. with Jammin' Hawaiians.
So we had to go on the radios because we was the opening act.
So this
Yeah.
could be 95?
Yeah.
96?
But it was back. Yeah, we didn't even have songs on the radio.
Yeah, we didn't have songs on the radio.
Oh.
Yeah.
We were working on it. Like we just wrote in my bedroom. We wrote Island Feeling. We was working
We was
on
in a
Windward Sky
process
stuff.
of working on that. Yeah, we didn't release anything, but we was going to be the opening act for that. So we had to go on KSSK to do the morning show to promote the concert.
Parent Price show. Yeah.
And then
it was like
and then we did the Is stuff after that.
So Island Feeling and In My Bedroom was the first 2 songs that you guys wrote?
yeah, in my
much,
bedroom
yeah.
actually.
Wow.
was during a rehearsal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's crazy. And it's funny about In My Bedroom is over the years, a lot of people told us that we made babies to this,
Oh boy.
and we actually played that baby's first birthday, right? And then that exact same baby we played the graduation. Then that exact same baby we played their wedding,
Their wedding.
and then that baby's first baby's party.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now we're
Full
doing
circle.
Yeah, and now we're doing the baby's graduation now.
Yeah,
this time. So,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And you
And
notice-
it's not just one person. Like it's coming from us almost every gig.
And it's funny because they ask us, "You guys remember you guys did this, babies?"
Yeah.
Like, and then I was like, "Oh man, I can't remember that far back."
Yeah. And then like these really good looking girls go, "Oh hi," and then, "Oh hi uncle." "Oh man, uncle." And then
Yeah,
it's
we
like, "Oh
uncle
you
status,
played
uncle
him. You
status.
played at my first birthday party." I was like,
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah, and we singing at
I
the
don't
wedding
remember.
or their baby's party. It's like,
Yeah, it's kind
are
of
we that
crazy.
old? Like 32?
Yeah, I don't even know where years went.
I heard that Windward Skies is like your most requested.
Actually, everybody like expects Windward Skies, so they don't really request it.
Yeah. Islands in the Stream is always guaranteed.
I listen to this dream, but it's like
Almost
in
a
my
given, yeah.
bedroom.
Like you guys play you guys stuff. You guys given songs that you gotta do.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
walk off the stage without that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like people request songs that like we don't play, or we haven't played in a long time, or stuff like that.
But you've also like the sound of 10 Feet has evolved to a certain extent too, because you've allowed your influences to be in the set list. Because I know not just certain songs, but
The style of music.
yeah, but the
yes,
style.
yes.
Because I emceed something that they played for Mililani, and it was like they played certain songs. I was like, what the heck song is this? Oh, she's
Yeah.
And it's because
Oh.
you guys had changed, like you had changed up the arrangement to make it sound very different. It was still the song, and you guys wrote the song, so you can do with it what you will. But it still had that same power, and it sounded like you guys were having so much fun, kind of screwing around with it.
Yeah. That's the beauty of like for us at the group that we get the same guys, the same formula, and we're not hired guns. Like we're not hiring a drummer, we're not hiring a keyboard player, or guitar player. Like a lot of these new groups, they get all these hired guns. So us is just super organic, and we're just playing around. We don't know what we're doing most of the time.
Yeah. we just learn to play in our space
I think because we don't
together.
have hired guys, it's easier to just let go because you're not hiring somebody and then they'll be over there like, man, this guy's is so off, or the timing is off or whatnot. But like somebody make a mistake,
Yeah, I mean,
My
we
turn.
can have like really good musicians sit in with us, and it's
And I'm
awesome.
stressed- and
It's
then you're stressing
awesome,
out.
but then when you listen, it's like, wow, that's not us.
yeah.
The reason we sound like 10 Feet is because of the players.
The
Same
players
with you guys. Like if somebody else was to come in and play cajon and stuff, like wouldn't be
yeah.
Obaka.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be Jake. Wouldn't be you on guitar and vocals. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? There's-
people have
that's
said,
the
"Oh,
same-
what? Jake's busy. Why don't you grab another ukulele player?" I'm
It's
like,
not gonna-
it's not gonna.
Yeah,
work.
it's not gonna jump.
it's not gonna-
Same thing
Yeah.
for us. Like
That's the formula.
if one guy cannot make it, then most of the time we're not gonna do the show.
Yeah,
No
you
kidding,
sound
really?
like you sound like
It's like, oh, just hire a drummer.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not how we do it.
yeah.
Like, it's us. It's the way we gel on stage. I think just to gel on stage is the main one for
Yeah.
us. And if we cannot do it right, we're not gonna do it at all.
Yeah. We can play.
We pass up a lot of shows because of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because you guys now have family, you guys now have
Yeah.
other jobs
Yeah.
too, and stuff like that. How do you guys juggle that?
We picked the
Find
right
time to perform.
pick and choose. You
pick
gotta
and choose. Yeah.
We did a lot of the sacrificing. You like John knows that. You guys know too.
Oh, yeah.
Having businesses and careers, you gotta one for the other, right? But then like when you go into art forms thing, it's like your art and work
Yeah.
and all that, and then you gotta balance the life stuff. When we was young, it was just like you need to be here. It doesn't matter. We miss birthdays, weddings,
we miss
funerals.
so much
like
things,
I mean,
yeah.
we just missed the funeral because we had a gig. Like
Yeah,
like last week.
that's the only thing. The sacrifice that we put it towards our individual families. Like one guy kind of make his grandma's birthday, or
Yeah.
just because we're doing this show. So
Yeah.
now we kind of selective. Like, oh, what you get? Oh, okay, no mind. No.
Yeah.
But they pay this much. Yeah, that's okay.
The kids are priority too. Like I mean, like like John's son plays football. If he says, "Oh, I can't make it," son's playing football, automatic. It's all good.
And the beauty of us is like, oh, why don't we just hire you guys can use so and so to play the bass or so and so to play the drums, but we rather not just do that.
Yeah.
Just, next one, it'll come around again.
How old are your kids?
Ooh.
Well, mine's is only teenager too, like baby kind. But this guy,
Wow.
this
How many
guy.
kids
So
you get?
his oldest is
27.
His oldest is in her 30s.
My oldest is 32.
Yeah.
So I get
Oh.
32, 26, 22,
Yeah.
10, and 7.
Oh, bro.
Wow.
Filipino, that's right.
You
Yeah, I
are
get-
a
yeah.
busy man.
Busy guy, yeah.
Yeah. How many grandkids?
And then I get 3 grandkids too.
Wow.
Oh, man.
You know what's crazy is his
You know why?
his oldest-
I had my oldest when I was 12.
his oldest Tasia, which is one of the cool things, is
That's how
You
we
know-
know how long we've been together.
Yeah.
Because my
We used to
oldest
change her
is-
diapers.
Yeah, my oldest is
while we were rehearsing. It was like, she was a baby. Like,
my oldest is about there. Like, so every time my birthday comes, I'm like, oh, that's how long the band been
Yeah.
together. Still going. And now the funny thing is, we have our kids playing with us. So she
Yeah.
comes up and sings. My younger daughter, she plays saxophone.
Yeah.
And then our drummer's daughter, she plays the drums
Yeah.
now. Like
John's daughter
Yeah.
Taylor
Sings.
sang with
Yes,
us
it's
at
fun,
Aloha
yeah.
Stadium.
Really?
And she killed it. Like Nate's daughter plays drums, comes play drums and stuff.
It's like Capena already.
yeah.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
but not
Not
that level. that's like
That's a-
Kelly Boy level was like. "Shpah."
Yeah.
And we know we're
That's-
good
that's
friends
next
with them,
level,
bro.
yeah.
We're good. Like I totally understand. Like my kids, I was like, they're interested. There's the piano, there's the guitar. You do whenever you like, and they all like, oh, can we? They're like, hey, I'm not gonna force you. You just do them. And ask me if you need help. That's basically.
It'd be funny if the reason, like, you were saying, oh, if somebody cannot make the gig, right? And then you can be like, oh, well, the drummer's daughter can make it. So
Yeah,
we
I
can
mean,
make
yeah.
the gig because she's going to sit in it.
Well, ultimately, what we want all the kids to play our gigs and drive us. Oh, not even any drive us. Just do the gigs and we just collect the checks.
There you go.
Hey man, even all the way up to the mainland, because I went to see Weird Al Yankovic at Blaisdell.
Yeah, he's still around. Yeah.
He's still around, but then what happened was, he had a comedian go on before him, and then his guitarist, who I know, Kimo, came on and played some Slack Key stuff, and then the concert started like 45 minutes late, or almost an hour. I was like, what is going on, So I was messaging with Kimo, and he's like, oh yeah, the bass player had like some kind of a medical emergency, so he couldn't make the gig, but his son plays with the band sometimes, so he knows all the songs. They actually flew him to Honolulu,
Wow.
and he came straight from the airport to the gig and sat in and played
Weird Al's
with
son.
Weird Al's band.
Wow.
Well, Weird Al's
See?
bass player's son.
It feels
Well,
natural.
bass
player.
It feels natural if you have your family members playing with 10 feet.
Yeah.
Because that's your
Yeah.
family. It's kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
now with Sublime, right? The lead singer is
Yeah,
Bradley's
yeah.
kid. It
Oh,
makes
yeah, yeah,
sense,
yeah,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And then when Glenn Fry died from the Eagles, his son
Son,
took
yeah,
over. It
yeah.
makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
Hey, what do you think about? And this might be for Devon more.
Linkin Park.
Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
We
like
had a
that.
conversation about that.
I'm not a huge Linkin Park fan, so I don't
Um,
really. But when I heard, it, I'm like, oh, she sounds great.
She
Like,
sounds amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel a butt coming on with.
No.
The
For
pause.
him, he's like, oh, they should just call it something else. They shouldn't call it Linkin Park.
Oh.
You know why? I feel like
But they're doing all the Linkin Park songs.
exactly, but I feel like that's Chester's words. and that's his struggle, and it's his life that he went through. So they have to start a new thing with her story now. Then it'll become something different, but good still yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
Unless they're just paying tribute.
Yeah, and this is a tribute band.
yeah.
But I already saw her first single, and it's great with Linkin Park. It's a great song, but it's not Linkin Park anymore to me.
Right.
It's a different thing.
Interesting. I don't really have an opinion on it, but let me think.
Well, there's no more Van Halen without Eddie Van Halen, so.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Done.
for some reason, when Sammy Hagar took over, it was still Van Halen.
Yeah, it's still it's still good, right? Yeah.
I don't know why that band worked when it took.
Yeah.
The scary thing is Wolfgang can play all that stuff.
He can.
Oh, yeah.
But, he wants
you
to.
watch him, and he gets up
He's-
there and he
he's
plays
awesome.
it, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm not gonna play it anymore."
Yeah.
Oh,
Crazy.
I play my own stuff.
Yeah.
Which is more
Yeah.
power to him, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's we can only hope our kids become that talented or successful or at least.
This might be too old for some
ambitious.
of you podcasting listeners.
Who's Eddie Van Halen? Oh.
Yeah.
You guys gotta change the name as you guys add feet. Introducing 15 feet.
Yeah.
Over the years,
15.
we probably,
Can I have an
we probably
15
up to
feet,
about
yeah.
30 feet already by now.
Yeah,
over the
yeah.
years. All the people who play with us and stuff.
No, 15 feet can work. You just got to find one pirate.
Big leg guy.
Yeah. Boom.
So,
Go ahead.
10 Feet as a group has been in existence. I mean, straight through all this time. But I mean,
No, we've taken breaks.
because you've taken breaks,
had
right?
to-
Because I mean, there was that time I saw you. Can we say where you were working before? And I saw you working
at the resort.
at
over
the
there.
resort over there, and I went, "Hey," and I was like, "Hey, what's happening with 10 Feet?" Like, we take a little break, we come back, we do the thing,
Yeah.
and that's the part that's really interesting is when you guys come back together, everybody just jumps on and you guys do.
It's like we was talking about earlier about the chemistry and about we sound like we sound. And that's the thing too. I was on a cruise ship playing music on that cruise ship too. I did a 8-year stint off and on while I was doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that was fun.
And we were still gigging. They were still gigging, and I was, and I was playing with guys in the mainland. But I'd go on the cruise ship, and you talking about, I played with at least 50, 60, like, incredible musicians. Like, Berkeley School, jazz cats from, like, 50, 60 years. That kind of, like, this, I don't even can touch the beginning of their skill level of what they do. But I could do my thing and I could sing enough to get by. And we did all, I played with all these incredible musicians and it's like, oh my God. And then you try to bring kind of like that mentality to 10 Feet. It's not going to work. Why? Because they're not Berkeley School trained. But if I was to get all these incredible musicians to try and play 10 Feet stuff, no way in hell they're going to sound like us. And that's what makes 10 Feet so unique. It's like, and all the other bands who come from Hawaii, it's like they was slammed together, put together by some kind of fate, and then we were supposed to do this music so that it could exist and be shared to the That's why when I always tell people like, oh, thanks for letting us share, like them not play the music but share the music with you because it's supposed to be shared. Yeah, so. It's kind of like I just heard. So yeah, same thing. It's like we put together to exist, to create something that was supposed to exist, and now here it is.
Speaking of supposed to exist, and here it is. What is this side band thing? Can we talk about that a little bit? Because 10 Feet plays everything. You guys can kind of do every genre.
Yeah, that was the nice.
I've
the nice
heard
thing
you
about the
do
band.
it. Like I've been at gigs going, you guys know this song,
That's
and you
how
guys
we
just
started.
bust them out, right?
Yeah, that's.
But
how
now
we
you got sort of this side thing that's just sort of fun.
The side thing is me and him as musicians, we wanted to kind of break the monotonous, we call it, versus playing every show 10 Feet. Okay, same set list.
Yeah.
So a lot of times now I call audibles during that song. Okay, put on set list down and it's something to change. I'm just yelling out songs. Okay, like what?
Yeah. The set list, but most of the times if you see 10 Feet playing, we don't have a set list. It's just kind of like what do you guys feel like? And then
For
let's
sure.
go.
Yeah, notice that you
Yeah.
turn around like
Yeah.
that New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
You turn around and go, yeah, so we're going to do this song. Okay, shoot, it's cool.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap.
I always
Yeah.
ask, okay, first 3 songs, okay, we get the 3 songs, and then
Yeah.
I turn around. What you guys like? I ask, okay, what you like play? Like I would ask the drummer, what you like play? He'll say, and then I asked the bass player, what you like play?
Yeah.
Okay, we play that.
And it's from the years
It's
of
fun,
working the
that's why,
clubs
yeah.
and
It's
working
more
the
fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's challenging. Yeah. Versus
Yeah.
going to a song list, you kind of like you
It becomes mechanic already.
yeah, it feels mechanic already. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like oh, you're gonna see them tomorrow or the next show. Like what is the same exact
Yeah.
song list?
That's why
They
it's,
did last
it's so
night.
foreign to us when you go do big shows and then the audio guys, the sound guys are like, you guys got any tracks? They're like, nope.
Yeah, you got-
and then they look at us like, oh, old
A
school.
lot of guys play. Yeah,
Old
a lot
school
of
guys.
a lot of the
we call
groups that
audibles,
play
man.
2 click tracks. Man, that would screw us up.
That would
man.
mess us up so bad.
Yeah, we're like, what where
Like
are we?
Christopher Cross.
I think
I have a bone to pick with that guy.
very upset.
He played to a click.
No, but he does. I saw another YouTube video of him play the exact same set,
Oh,
exact same
yeah.
like talking in the middle of the
Well,
song.
see, that's the thing though. Like I went to Foo Fighters recently, right?
Yeah.
And the Foo Fighters show was amazing. Like being there in that stadium and seeing all that stuff, right? But I started looking at the like what is it, Set List FM or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
right.
It's the exact same set list. There are maybe two songs
in
that
between
they'll-
they can
in
talk.
between.
Yeah.
But the majority of it is exactly the same. I mean, he comes out and says, "Are you ready, motherfuckers?" He says the same thing every single
It's
time.
like I
But-
just watched Idiocracy,
yeah.
and President Camacho when he comes in, he goes, "Shit." And then the screen it says shit on the teleprompter. I don't know if you remember.
But
that.
and that's the thing too. They have such big productions that they.
Yeah, you
it's
cannot.
like if you
You
go
cannot.
off script,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you screwed up everybody.
Yeah.
You screwed up everybody.
So a lot of bands play that way too. Like for us, like we can go in between, and in between a song we can say something stupid or say
Yeah.
something like shout out to somebody during the song
Yeah.
or whatnot. Yeah.
But what's a song that you guys play with this side group that would not be a 10 feet song? Just out of
the
curiosity.
whole
Almost
the
everything.
whole everything.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
We started Ono B Boys
Yeah.
to be able to not do 10
Yeah.
feet stuff.
So Ono Boto Boys.
All about the boys.
Who
That's-
thought of that
Boto
name?
is a
Something-
Amazonian dolphin.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Look
It-
it,
it
up.
is, yeah, it
it's
is.
a pink.
Or
It's
it's
pink.
or it's something that you eat.
It's a pink boto. Oh, it's. We have shirts.
So I told you
wanna-
like
I wanna
It's
get a
the,
shirt.
we make you guys.
Okay, all
I
right.
told you
Yeah.
I like
Make
we
it
go
sparkly
do our we go do on side band like like for bar gigs. We go back to the old
So
school.
Yeah.
who's in this party between the
Just
two?
me and him,
Well,
and then
well, it started me. It was during COVID time.
Okay.
Remember we were surfing and we like brainstormed. Like, hey, we should start up a side band just so that we could go back into like hibiscus. Really.
Yeah.
We really.
hibiscus, you know, like the little
We
hole
gotta
in the
play
wall, yeah.
hibiscus again, like because
Yeah.
there's
Just
no
two
way
piece.
10
Yeah.
feet gonna play
Yeah,
hibiscus.
clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to be able to go into bars. and
So
stuff.
you guys are back at Hibiscus then?
We was
Oh, we
until
had
it shut
such
down.
I'll
Yeah.
come check you guys out.
Yeah.
Oh no,
They
it's,
shut it
it's
down.
Yeah.
down,
Hibiscus is
gone.
gone.
So-
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
So-
the one across
Yeah.
the board, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So we-
the whole block is
It's
gone.
gone. So that so when
sad.
we started that was just me and him, and then a lot of times we use different drummer, different
Yeah.
bass player,
Yeah.
cajon, but it's mainly just me and him.
Yeah.
And then so it was like a challenge. Okay, anything you request, we're gonna try doing. You know,
Yeah.
right? So we do like rock, reggae,
Yeah.
hip hop. So that was my challenge. Like, oh, you can play this song. I think I get them. But I get so my brain is like I get so much songs
Yeah.
in my head that I remember, and we do plenty like
Yeah.
old school 80s
I like
rock,
when he
80s
when he
ballads.
plays it,
No way.
and I was like, what?
Yeah,
Okay, so then
All right, figure it out.
yeah.
in a little bit, can you guys sample something? We're going to request one song and like see you guys play on.
Oh, bro.
Now you're putting us on the
I
spot.
know.
Well, 80s rock.
This is what
we
Kyle
know.
does.
Yeah.
I only play my electric guitar. No.
But that's the reason why we did that, because we could get away from the 10 feet
With
music.
the distortion and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
and then that way when we play with 10 feet again, and then it feels fresh again. Like,
Yeah,
It was also so like we could practice like
Our chops
old
too,
10
yeah.
feet stuff to see how we could incorporate into the 10 feet stuff, and maybe even like new stuff,
Add
just so
stuff,
that we
yeah.
could see how we would feel about around the song with the in a live audience.
Do you guys like it
Kinda
when
deal.
people request stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when they get
Yeah,
like $100.
comes up with written on a piece of $100 bill, yeah. And maybe a shot of whiskey.
And
What is the most obscure '80s rock song that you guys play?
Mustang Sally.
Every time they request that, he
God, it's my nemesis song, bro.
doesn't want to do it.
Oh my God.
80s rock. Phew.
You remember Gordon Bierce used to have the who was it? Was it Chris? No.
Yeah.
Song, yeah.
Yeah, Chris,
And
yeah.
his monitor
Oh, yeah, yeah,
had the plaque "No Mustang Sally."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would turn off your stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
It
So-
said no Mustang Sally.
So
right?
one gig
He was
we
a
were playing.
character for
yeah.
sure.
One gig we were playing and the drunk people come up and like Mustang Sally and I'm like, can't do it. Can't. And for me it's like I don't want to do it. I hate that song. I sang it a million times. I hate it. And then the guy goes like, "Pam, $100 bill," and Chris is looking at me like,
Wow.
do it.
Really?
And I'm laughing, right? Because I was like, dude, I'm with you. I don't want to play this song. So the guy slams the 100, and then we start, like, the boys start going into it. I'm like, oh, bro, we're gonna get it. And then I'm like, whatever. And as soon as I said Mustang Salad, all the monitors go off. And I was laughing the whole time. And I was like, little do you know, Chris, I could sing this in my dreams, in my sleep, one hand
But he
tied.
turned the monitors back on after, right?
Just to
It was
joke
actually
it.
more.
Yeah.
It was actually more fun because it was like hilarious because he was in pain, which lessened my pain.
I wonder
And
who
we
was
still got
the
$100.
I wonder who was the first band in Hawaii that played Mustang Sally.
Oh,
I don't know.
Let's go back to.
I mean, it's a hit song, but then that movie came out too, right?
Yeah.
The Commitments,
Yeah.
and then they like kind of
Oh.
revived it, right?
Because before that, everybody played "Wonderful Tonight" by Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
well, it was,
Wonderful Tonight, yeah.
I think the best Mustang Sally I ever heard was Bully Coco.
Bully Coco. Wow.
we played with him once.
And he would sing it and he'd play the drums. And
We played in Club Mustangs in
Oh,
Khalid.
yeah.
Do you remember where that
yeah,
is?
yeah.
It's downstairs of where like the
KT, yeah, the news station is, yeah.
K5 and all the home
Yeah.
team is.
He
It's
played
a
with us.
dive bar.
I wanna ask a question about your influences because you're. It seems like a lot of the guys from Kalihi, it's all like R&B. There's some rock stuff because even Clay Campagna, right? He's
Yeah.
a total Kalihi boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that boy can play blues guitar
Shreds.
like nobody's
Kills,
business.
man. He
But
kills.
where do those influences come from? Were they from your parents? Where your parents said, "Here, listen to this song. Here, listen to this song." You had all that kind of stuff in the.
I mean, it was
House.
on the radio, right? When we was
Yeah.
growing up, it was the
I
70s,
think
man.
because
Yeah.
because he's like super old. That's all you
3
had.
years
yeah,
older,
we had,
that's it.
Yeah, TVs with foil on top still yet.
Yeah.
So, but the radio would always work.
Yeah.
You know, you could maybe you go home, you only can catch maybe like 2-3 stations if you was lucky. Depends on where you're from, but Kali maybe one station. But radio was always there.
I mean, my
Always
grandma
had
had Santana albums.
8-track.
She was
wow.
she was a
Cassette,
conga
yeah.
like percussionist.
Wow.
And she was awesome. My mom had an extensive record collection. I just remember opening up the Led Zeppelin 2 or one of the albums, and it had like weed inside. Still yet. That's how they used to roll them.
Wow.
And I'm like, whoa, what is this? Whatever. But they put the first instrument was needle on the record, and I just was like amazed, like holy crap, watching the needle go drop and the things needle spinning. I mean the record spinning, and then the sound comes out. It's like, oh, that's amazing to me.
But that's all we had. I think as old as he is. No TV. You just had music always going on.
Your dad or your mom? Were they
For me,
the
my
ones
dad.
who
My
said,
dad was.
"Here"?
My dad
Oh, yeah.
is a
Stuff,
musician.
or-
Yeah. My dad is.
Awesome musician.
Yeah, he played with
Oh,
everybody.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad was the bass player for Isaac Hayes, Al Harrington,
What?
George,
What?
George Benson. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Wow.
known on Maui.
So I was always. And then when my mom
Too, yeah?
was seeing that I was taking to music, she was so mad at first. It's like,
Really?
yeah, because that's the reason why my mom and dad got divorced, because of the music side, and your dad, he always like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna be like that.
With your 12 kids.
Yeah. and then I think because I was always surrounded with music, it just was embedded in me. Even if I wasn't planning to be a musician, I was like, and who was my big influence is high school was Nathan Avial's dad.
Lamb.
Really?
Lamb, yeah.
That was our music teacher.
That was our music teacher.
Farrington
Yeah.
High School.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Farrington High
If
School.
it wasn't for him,
He was awesome.
yeah.
Bro. He was incredible. Yeah.
I'd probably be locked up or something.
Bro, he had like some of the biggest, like thickest fingers I remember. Like, just like every finger was like a bicep.
Yeah,
But then he play the piano.
Nathan's
He
dad.
play the piano and be like,
Oh my gosh.
"Whoa, it's so graceful!" Like, and then the sound that was coming out of the piano, like, how are you even doing that with those fingers? And then he would have Nathan come and like sample, like do a clinic for the
For the
kids and
kids,
stuff,
yeah.
and then all of us be watching him on bass, and then we all look at each other like, we quit.
And he was
I'm not no way I'm gonna get that good.
and he was young and he was ripping already on the bass.
Yeah.
I'm like, bruh, like.
Yeah, his dad was.
But his dad was my
Yeah.
influence. I think his dad, and then his dad gave me a scholarship to go
Yeah.
to music school
Wow.
to Oregon. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. And then I had my oldest daughter, and then I kind of was pulled. Okay, my high school girlfriend is pregnant. Should I leave to the mainland to take the scholarship or stay and raise? Local style. You gotta take care of your kids. So I kind of, I wanted to.
Interesting.
I wanted to do theater and I wanted to teach after. That was so he gave me a scholarship to go up there, and then my high school girlfriend got pregnant with my oldest now, and then I just decided to say, you know what, I'm just gonna stay back and then just get on a regular day job and take care.
But that led to 10 feet.
that
Yeah,
it did, yeah. So
Yeah.
You know,
Crazy.
Nathan's dad as a music teacher, was he a band teacher or
he was everything.
He was everything.
Yeah.
like what else were
So
there?
there was like the bands, like
okay.
orchestra, band, instrument side, and then he was like what it was called Polynesian music.
Polynesian
But
music,
it was
yeah.
really like guitar, drums, like
drums,
bass,
choir.
See, we never had that in Proceeded. That's
Yeah.
right. It was
Well, there's a
only
lot-
band in Proceeded.
I think in Kalihi you really needed that because there was a lot of kids, like a lot of talented kids, so they needed some kind of
Some
outlet.
kind of outlet,
Not
yeah.
everybody was wanting
Academic,
to play,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
band instruments and stuff.
Well, not only that, like a lot of being from Kali and
The
from
projects.
the projects
Yeah.
is like a lot of these kids.
They were already
they're not-
singing.
Yeah, they're already singing in church.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from the Samoan community
Yeah.
because like harmonies and
Yeah, a lot
just
of our friends. It was like,
man, I was so blessed that that's the direction I took,
yeah.
because a lot of the kids, that's all they know. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they might not be book smart, but they're taking all these things away from the kids. Shop class,
Yeah.
We had woods, we had plastic, we had leather, we had
Yeah.
so
Remember,
many
all
things.
the trades.
Times you get the
Yeah.
car,
No more
you get to
nothing.
work on a
Auto
car.
shop.
Yeah,
every-
yeah, the car,
Auto.
automotive, and they take all that away from kids. Not every kid can be book smart and just
Yeah.
a lot of them are good with their hands,
Yeah.
singing, musicians, and then
Yeah, paint
what he did,
artists.
he put that all together. You would get ukulele class in one period, guitar class in one period,
Yeah.
piano class in one period, singing class in one period,
Yeah.
and at one point that's all I had.
Yeah.
Really?
in
yeah,
high school.
in high school. Yeah.
Wow.
My junior year, I had maybe get 6 periods. All 5 was his class.
Yeah. And he would gear everything towards
Yeah.
a show. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
he
we're
would
going to
do
do
it-
a show.
Yeah.
So everybody learn a part. Now, we're not just doing this blindly.
Yeah.
So he taught us already how to be responsible
Arrange, yeah.
for music as like a end goal, right?
So you guys entered like brown bags and all that.
no,
kind of
it
stuff
was just
We
like,
couldn't do brown
like-
bags.
Yeah, it was just like school stuff.
Yeah, because
Public.
because the school was too rowdy.
Yeah, yeah, it was
What?
crazy. That
Yeah, so we got banned from.
Yeah.
We was banned from.
Yeah.
Fights and
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's why I was saying that that's the only outlet we had was
Yeah.
music. A lot of, and if not, they like it was either fighting or
Yeah. So they'd be able to
Fighting
like,
or
do
football.
the shows at Farrington Auditorium and then like community performances and stuff.
yeah. He would take us out.
Yeah.
He would
But
take
that,
us
like-
out to like hotels. We do Christmas. He would grab maybe six of us, and we'll just do Christmas songs like
Yeah.
caroling through Waikiki.
Yeah. He was a really good mentor, really good teacher,
Yeah.
but especially being like a bigger Hawaiian man, Samoan man. He had authority, yeah. So nobody would mess with
Yeah,
him.
nobody-
Like, even though he was a cool guy and all that, he was like, oh, no mess with him.
Yeah, you kinda-
'Cause he
you-
was thick, bro. He
You
had,
show up late. He locked
Yeah,
the door,
yeah.
and he's gonna make you go outside, pick up
Yeah.
all the leaves on the ground.
yeah.
Then you got he go,
Yeah, right. Oh my god,
Yeah,
I did
You,
that.
so if, as soon as you're
forgot
as soon as
about
the tardy bell rang, he locked the door
Yeah.
and he would hang the bag outside of the door
Yeah.
handle, and you have to pick up all the leaves, and then you have to show him that in order to go to the
I
class, you pick
forgot
up
about
leaves.
that. Yeah. But yeah,
but
he
it
was a
told you
disciplinarian.
discipline. I said,
But,
no.
but yeah.
And then everybody's laughing at you to the window. So make you don't want to be in that spot. So everybody come early, like you there early.
Except for him, apparently.
Even me, I had it a few times too.
Yeah. But I mean, he would give you confidence in yourself that you didn't even know.
Yeah.
Because was getting ready to like plan out this show thing, and he was like, "Okay, anybody knows how to play piano?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I turn around and nobody else is raising their hand. And I'm like, so he goes, okay, I just go on the piano. What? I wanted to play guitar. He's like, too bad. Go on the guitar. You're the only one raise your hand. I'm like, damn it! And all like my cousin and like all the classmates, they were like.
Yeah, if you,
And then they was like, I ain't gonna play
in the
piano."
yearbook, you get him with his piano.
And then I was like, I was like, I can play. He was like, how did you learn? You took lessons? I'm like, no, I taught myself. He's like, better yet, you're clean slate. He go, and then he was showing me, and that's how I remember his big fingers. He was just like this, and I was like, I could never do that. But then he was like, no, you can. And then I would actually like start and like. Because I was like, oh, I'm the only one who can do this. And so and it was geared towards a show. And then the first song was Who's Holding Donna Now? And it's it starts with the piano. Dun, dun, dun. To this day I can still play that. But he was like, no, you gonna play it and you can. And that was it. And I was like, holy smokes. I was like,
Did he know the influence that he had on you guys? Did you get a chance to see
I
him?
hope so. He passed away a
Yeah.
while ago, but he helped a lot of people.
Yeah,
A lot.
helped
That's
me a
amazing.
lot. Yeah,
That's the really cool thing about public school is
Mm-hmm.
people give public school a lot of shit, but if you get that right teacher that's got that thing that can inspire you and get the kids going,
find the kid, yeah.
it's because it's not all about, like you were saying, it's not all about the kids who are book smart. It's also the kids who are maybe trying to find their way, and
Right.
music is that thing.
That might be that thing, right?
Or for Kyle, art is that thing,
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
Because he's like,
A lot
his
of times
teachers gave him grades to just draw. Like, can I just draw and just no fail me? And
Yeah.
okay,
See, and then they take all of that away from the school
Yeah.
now. Like,
Those people like actually keep the kids interested and keep them in school
yeah.
and stuff.
And that's the reason why they go to school. Maybe they go do their book stuff, but they're looking forward to their music, their art. Like, okay,
Yeah.
my next
Yeah.
period I get
Yeah.
this. You know what I mean?
Just so
Like,
happen I want to learn math and English at the same time.
yeah, just so,
so
happen.
support the arts in the school.
Support
Yeah,
the
man,
arts.
come
Don't
on.
take it away.
Yeah.
And then I did. He picked me my junior year. So I had this thing called the honor choir. Like every school got to pick two people to sing for the whole state. It's like Maui. So I was one of the two. I was so stoked. I would travel, and then I was second tenor at that time. So they would build like a huge honor choir for all the high schools in the state, and we'd go to all the BYUs. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was fun, and then that's why he believed in me. So like, I had to believe in myself after that. You know,
Yeah.
I kind of
and he's
straight
still
away.
a tenor.
I strayed away from the football scene, and then I kind of gravitated towards the music side, because I don't know. I just that was in me already.
That's cool. Yeah. Neat.
Well, guys, okay, let's do this because we're getting toward the toward the
Oh,
end
yeah.
here. But we do have a question that we ask all of our guests,
All right.
and we'll have you each answer individually so you can determine who goes first. But the question is, if you were stranded on a desert island for
Oh
the
my
rest of
God.
eternity, and you could only take 3 albums with you to listen to for the rest of time, what would those 3 albums be?
Holy smokes.
You're gonna be here like 3 hours.
You first.
I don't even know, man.
And you are
Wow.
old enough to remember.
Right,
right
I
albums, so
went
that's
I
why,
went
yeah,
albums
that's why we
this
had
round
albums,
because you
yeah.
guys are of the age that you did have.
Yeah. I don't even know, man. You know, I base my music on the way I feel the day of. Like tomorrow, I can feel some.
Okay, so today.
Okay, today.
Today.
You have to bring her today.
albums.
Today, because I just got through my divorce, so it would be a lot of sad songs.
Is that who's holding Donna now?
Too many.
Great, yeah.
You can use the Marvin Gaye album "Here, My Dear,"
Yeah.
which is the one he
Marvin
wrote for
Gaye.
his wife, his ex-wife.
Holy smoke, that's too many. Wow.
For me, Billy Joel, guarantee.
Okay. The Stranger or 50 Seconds.
I think greatest stuff.
That's cheating, but we let that go.
You know, the Hawk Tuo girl does not know who Billy Joel is.
Whoa.
Yeah.
She doesn't know who a lot of people are.
That's representative.
I would say, yeah, I'm old school. I would be Billy Joel. I'll give you 3 artists.
Okay.
Okay, I would say Billy Joel, Bon Jovi,
Oh.
and
You know, your voice.
Early Bon Jovi or late Bon Jovi?
early Bon Jovi.
Like Wanna Dead or Alive kind of
Yeah.
With your voice, I can see you singing Bon
Yeah.
Jovi stuff.
I'm thinking
he can
maybe
still
they
sing
can
it.
do Wanted Dead or Alive as
Yeah.
the thing.
Or and
Yeah.
the third one would be
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man.
I got 2. What is yours?
What you doing, Drez?
Ooh, that's hard. Stevie Ray Vaughan, for
Okay.
sure. Oh God. Wow. Maybe. Oh, you gotta like they're all in the same category, but it's
Yeah.
like the
Oh,
Bon
that's fine.
Jovi journeys,
Yeah.
all that.
I mean, I like ballad power singers.
Uh,
I can see
Stevie
that.
Wonder, Reading Book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got killer songs in that. Prince, Purple Rain.
Prince. Yeah.
That's
I'll
good.
take Prince too. That's
Purple
my
Rain.
turn on. Yeah.
Okay.
Purple
That
Rain.
Purple,
Yeah.
Purple Rain, that movie.
Yeah.
I was 14 years old. I remember playing football on the street, and then I got called into the house to eat, and my mom made rice, corn, and steak. Sat down on the ground in front of the TV. Put the VHS in. VHS, kids. I think might have even been beta, but anyway, put the tape in. Purple Rain came on. Changed my life.
Mm.
I was
That's a
like,
great movie.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna do. 14
Oh,
years
would,
old.
and
Because Naked Girls
would be
That too.
Yeah.
Lake Minnetonka was
would be the Eagles.
huge. Eagles too.
Eagles.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Eagles.
All right, guys. Well, we want to
It's a hard question, man.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I kick myself in the butt now when I go home. I'm like,
Why did you ask me that?
It's hard because you have to come
Nah,
off the
it's
top of
too
your head. I
many,
think if
yeah.
you did some soul searching on it, you
Yeah.
might come up with other
Yeah.
stuff. But
you
that's
don't get
good.
stranded on the so
Yeah.
it's-
stranded.
Well, congratulations on 30 plus years in the business. You guys rock. You've always
we're
rocked.
only 33.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again.
So
Again.
so hopefully we have you back, and we've been trying to get them on the High Sessions regular show for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
But because we shoot midday, everybody's schedules
yeah.
and all
Well,
that.
we got new stuff coming down the pipe soon, so definitely figure out some time to do that.
Yeah, we'll get together. We'll do something.
We got a new single with Sharkarillo.
Sharkarillo.
Oh,
Riding and Vibing.
Riding and Vibing.
It's on the radio. It's
Yeah.
been number one a few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go check out her chat. It's on her the video's on her channel actually.
She's great.
At
Okay.
Sharkarillo.
And then we just like to say something. 5% of what you see on stage and at concerts is what
Is
Nine-
the best.
is the best.
5%.
90% is at home studying your craft, learning your craft, learning the songs, struggling day in day out.
Sacrificing.
That's 90% of the music.
Yeah, and the last 5% is surfing.
Yeah. The last 5% is trying to find
Hey.
time with your family.
That too.
You gotta keep athletic. To keep the lungs
Yeah.
Try.
Go ahead.
Try.
You guys get something in you to play something then? Or next
But,
time?
Next time we go do the whole thing.
Yeah.
With everybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sounds good. Keep
Well,
everybody
we
in
can do that.
suspense.
I wanna have a sample of the Boto Boys.
Well, we'll cut it now.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
do that as a
Yeah.
Patreon.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks everybody. We
Take
shall
care.
see you
Okay,
next
God
week.
bless.